Hi everyone, welcome to MarikaCreations. Today I will do some thrift flips and I will turn some discarded decor pieces into high-end home decor. But before we get started, I quickly want to mention that this video is part of a collaboration called LAST THING THRIFTED, and the hosts are Jody at Southern Seasons, Crafting with Indiana Jones, Shabby Meets Bling, Repurpose My Way, and myself at MarikaCreations. Down in my description box you will find links to our channels and also a link to the playlist of this collaboration for more thrift flip ideas. So stay tuned for all this. For my first flip today, I have this mental thing, cage-like thing with those metal rings inside with glass cups that you can put candles in. You've seen these pieces before, haven't you? They're quite dated. I like the shape of this one, but I don't like all these candles, so I'm going to take off those glass cups straight away and I will cut off those metal pieces inside like that. And I do like the flowers and everything else. And I have this little metal dish that I've thrifted quite a while ago, and I thought it would be perfect to put underneath like this. Just need to figure out a way to attach it. And then I went thrifting the other day and got these two pieces, a metal cup for a lamp and another little metal piece that I will put on top of that metal cup and we'll put it as a topper like this. Voila! So let's get started. First thing, I'm going to put these two pieces together, the metal cup and that ornate thing, and I found a screw that fits, but I need it shorter, and that's what I have done here already. And I have placed a screw nut there as well. Now I just need to fasten it with the help of my pliers. Now onto the metal plate that I will attach like this. And I have decided to make some holes in 4 places. So I'm marking it out here so I know where to drill. And here I'm drilling the holes with a drill bit that is meant for metal. Hubby to the rescue with the giant bolt cutter, cutting off those metal rings on the inside of this metal structure. He could not get close enough with the bolt cutter, so still have a little bit of metal there. So he will try to grind that off with his grinder. So that's what he's doing here. It still showed a little bit where those metal rings have been attached. So I decided to take some air dry clay in the shape of roses, put some tacky glue on them and then just press them on top of those damaged places. I have taken some metal wire and put around the legs through the hole on the metal dish in 4 places, and that worked just fine. And the topper I will attach like this. I have a little wooden bead and some metal wire and just push that right through the little wooden beam, and then I took another one and just press that inside as well and twist the wires. So now I have 4 wires hanging down. Just pull that through on the top like this. And then I will put it in place, turn it upside down, and then fasten those metal wires, just twisting them across so it's nice and secure. And then I just tuck away the excess in that metal cup. Here I am spraying the whole piece with a gold spray paint. I applied 2 coats to get an even finish. And then I go in with my Moody colors and age the piece a little bit in the rows, on the leaves, just everywhere where you have some nook and crannies, and you will have like a darker age feel. Putting it on and then wipe off the excess with the paper tissue. And I'm just dabbing around until I'm happy with the result. And a little bit on the base as well to bring out that texture. And once I'm happy, I will let it dry, and then I will spray the whole thing with a spray varnish to protect the colors. At the end of the video you will see how I have styled it and where I have put it in my home, so stay tuned for that.
If you're new to my channel, hi, I am Marika, and on this channel I do lots of DIYs, thrift flips, trash to treasure, renovation of my home, and I even do some pottery and some painting, anything creative really. Please join me. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell and let me inspire you.
For flip number 2, I have received this beautiful wooden box, or it was a key cabinet, but I will use it as a box like this. And I got it from the neighbor of a friend, as I did with the other piece in the first project, by the way. Here I'm removing the hardware, and then I will take away all the hooks on the inside and that wood strip across as well. And then I am sanding the piece to get an even finish to prepare it for painting. But before I start to paint, I will play a little bit with my air dry clay. Here I'm making some ornate corner pieces that will go on the lid. You might think the lid is quite busy anyways, but I wanted a more high-end look, so that's what I'm going for here with the corner pieces and some roses as well. Trust me on this, it will turn out beautiful. So there we go, some wood glue on the pieces and just some water on a paintbrush to smooth out the edges, and then I will set it aside to dry. But before I leave it alone, I have this wooden piece, the ornate piece, that I will put on the front of the box. Some wood glue on top, and then I will clamp it down like this, and then I set the whole piece aside to dry overnight. It's the next day and everything has dried. I have a little bit of cracking in the air dry clay, but that's no big deal. So here I'm going in with a paintbrush and some spackle to fill in the cracks and fill in the seams, the gaps between the pieces and the box so I have a seamless finish. And then it's time for some drying time once again. I have sanded off the piece and now it's time for painting, and I start out with my black acrylic to get it into all the nooks and crannies of that wooden piece on the front of the box. Just pushing that paint in there. And then I'm taking some green and some brown and eventually also some red. And I'm working in my layers as I do, drying in between the layers, just blending with my big paintbrush. And here I am making a hole for the new hardware before I start painting the top. And I have the same procedure here. Start out with the black acrylic paint to get it into all the nooks and crannies of all my ornate bits that I have here. And then I'm blending, playing around with my layers, with my Moody colors. And normally, usually, I end up with 3-4 layers before I'm happy with the result. And I do the same on the inside. Next thing, I'm going to do some decoupage. And here I'm putting on some Mod Podge on the inside of the lid and on the bottom of that box. And I will let that dry completely. And then I have chosen a Moody, beautiful napkin. Isn't it beautiful? Putting it in place. And then I take some parchment paper and put on top and some heat to reactivate that Mod Podge. And then I'm sanding off the excess. And on the inside I'm just pressing it into the corners so I know where to cut it off. And the same here, parchment paper and heat. And then I'm putting on another coat of Mod Podge on top. On the top of the box I will do some decoupage as well. I put on a coat of Mod Podge already and place the napkin on top before it has dried, and then I am putting on another coat on top of this napkin, just gently with quite a lot of Mod Podge to get it into the nooks and crannies without tearing the napkin. And I continue with smaller pieces on the ornate corner bits as well. So if you put a lot of Mod Podge on top there, you will get a very nice finish. And now everything has dried, and now I'm dry brushing the whole piece with my gold acrylic paint to bring out that beautiful texture. And on the inside as well, it's a little bit wrinkly from the decoupage, and that will catch the gold acrylic paint and it will shimmer a little bit. Same dry brushing on the top. Look at that, all the texture just pops. Love, love, love it. Once everything has dried, I will give it a coat of my spray varnish to protect the colors and the decoupage. I will give you a closer look at the end of the video. For my third and final flip for today, I have this beautiful glass lantern that I will use and turn into a Moody pumpkin. So for that I need to cut off that handle. And then I will close the lid on the top, and I might just use this or something else as the stem of my pumpkin. Now taking the bolt cutters and cutting off that handle. Like that. And I found another piece there that I will put on top to close it. And this is what I would have done with this stem here, but I thought it was a little too big, so I ended up not using that, but you will see later on what I did instead. So now I'm going to decoupage my glass piece here, but I will do it on the inside, and I will use this beautiful napkin that I used in my previous project of today. I have tiered plenty of pieces to size already, so now I'm putting on some Mod Podge on the inside, and the pieces face down because I want to be able to see them through the glass. And this glass is a bit crackled, so it will have a subtle effect that I think will be just beautiful. So I'm working my way around the piece, putting Mod Podge on top of my napkin as soon as I have put it in place, and I will cover the whole of the inside. And here I am doing the stem that I ended up using, and I have some green metal wire, doesn't matter the color of course, and I'm just making a stem. Sort of the skeleton of a stem. And once I'm happy with the shape of it, sort of, I will cover it with jute twine. A dab of hot glue every now and then to keep it in place. If you like this video and videos like this, consider subscribing, maybe share the video with a friend and hit that like button as well. It will help my channel to grow and I can spend more time creating inspirational content for you. My aim is to upload one video per week. And now I will place it on top. And I will use that plastic piece that I had for the other stem alternative, and I will just hot glue it into place. But first, before I put it in place, I will take some beautiful lace ribbon to make the ridges on the pumpkin like this, attaching them on the top with some hot glue. Cut them to size and then attach them on the bottom. Now let's embellish the pumpkin a little bit with some jute leaves that are cut to size, and then on top of that some lace ribbon and some fall leaves and some fall berries, anything to make it look pretty. Let's take a closer look. Voila! Here it sits, my first project. Looking lovely, I think. Look at that. It looks like it has always been one piece like this, and I have put an LED candle there, some eucalyptus picks and some burlap ribbons. I am so happy with the result. It looks like a completely different piece. And here is the pumpkin, looking very pretty as well. I decided to put in some Christmas lights in that glass piece so it will twinkle a little bit. Very pretty. Love the subtle touch of the napkins and the cute little stem as well. And here is the box. Beautiful. Love, love, love it. Love all the ornate bits. Love the hardware that I picked up at the flea market just a week ago. I love everything about it. So tell me, what do you think of my flips today? Do you like them? Did you have a favorite? Do they look high-end to you? Let me know in the comments. If you are inspired and you want more inspiration straight away, head on over to my description box and hit that link to the collaboration playlist. Just click and enjoy. Thank you so very much for watching. See you soon again in my next one. Until then, take care. Bye.